courtside.
All right, Greeny, Wilbon, and Jalen. Jalen is disappointed after the demise of the Pistons, but we're moving forward to Game 1 tonight. Lakers, Nuggets, who wins it?
Nuggets. I just think they got a lot going for them with home court. I should let Jalen speak to this. Playing in Denver in a mile high, people who don't know any better think that this is a minor detail. Jalen?
This is not a minor detail, and I anticipate that Darvin Ham's going to need to substitute LeBron and AD in particular within the first 4 or 5 minutes because you just get gassed. Your lungs are literally burning. And so I'm picking the Denver Nuggets to win Game 1. The Lakers have taken Game 1 in their past 2 series. And in order for Denver to put a stranglehold on this series, not only do they need to win Game 2.
They haven't lost a home game so far in these playoffs. A reminder, when these two teams met in the conference final a few years ago, that was in the bubble. There were no home courts. There was no such advantage. Foul trouble, it feels to me, is a huge factor as well. If Anthony Davis is going to be matched up on Nikola Jokic and practically no one else can, foul trouble
On the other
is
hand,
a factor.
Jokic can't wind up in foul trouble either. Denver negates an enormous advantage.
That's the matchup. We will see. We've been waiting, and it's finally time. We'll see you at the half.
I can't believe
Let's go
that.
live to Denver. Mike Breen, take it away.
All right, Mike, here in Denver, these Nuggets fans so fired up to cheer their team on in person. The last visit to the conference finals, Denver fans denied the right because of the bubble. But this team, dominant on their home floor all season long. They're in the limelight, brought to you by Corona Extra. 40-7 in the regular season and playoffs. But of course, the Nuggets facing a Laker team that's won Game 1 on the road in the first round in Memphis, in the second round at San Francisco. Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, Nuggets, Lakers. It's the Western Conference Finals, Game 1 tip-off coming up.
The NBA Western Conference Finals are presented by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. And in part by Lowe's. Lowe's knows home improvement. And Google Pixel Fold, the only foldable engineered by Google.
One best of 7 sellout crowd. They are nuts and ready for action. Our starting lineup is brought to you by Volkswagen. And for the second straight game, Dennis Schroeder will start. First 11 games came off the bench, but he starts with Austin Reeves, James Davis, and D'Angelo Russell for rookie head coach Darvin Ham. Meanwhile, for Michael Malone and the Nuggets, this starting 5 has been sensational all season long, including the playoffs, as they're back home where they're undefeated 6-0 at Ball Arena. Well, LeBron James and the Lakers, first round, they won Game 1 in Memphis. Second round, Game 1, victorious in San Francisco. Can they do it again? This place is a tough place to win. And right now, the shot clocks, like the good old days, are in the corners. The ones above the basket, just about 15 minutes ago, started to malfunction. They're still working on it, but for now, they're in the corners. Mark, as a player, how much more difficult is that?
Old school, because I grew up in the CYO days when we had the shot clock exactly there. These guys grew up in gyms that had the shot clock and the scorers board on the wall, so it's a different adjustment for them.
And Mike, a lot of them look to the opposite basket as the clock winds down. And it was a lot different.
Sometimes it's hard to fix. They're working on it right now. As we get set for this matchup, let's check in with Lisa.
Hey, Mike, the issues with the game clock down at the Nuggets end of the floor. The 4s apparently look like the lower H, and the 2s look like 9s. So they're going to start the game with both game clocks off, like you said, using the clocks on the floor. Old school.
I had that problem until I got glasses.
Well, I tell you, I would rather play, if it's not the shot clock, in the first couple quarters, I'd rather play with the time, the game time being a little bit off, but being able to look at the shot clock in its normal place.
That's a good point. As the Lakers win the tip, we've got a matchup. The #1 defensive team in the playoffs, the Lakers, against the #1 offensive team in the playoffs, the Denver Nuggets. Davis to Russell. Austin Reeves, a three-pointer. That shot won't go. Rebound, LeBron James. Goes right inside and lays it up and in. As perhaps you can hear, although these Nuggets fans are crazy, there's a lot of Laker fans in attendance. And they'll hear their share of cheers. Curry to Jokic. Davis will start on Jokic as expected. Curry goes inside, layup, that missed it. Fight for the rebound. Gordon up and in.
You saw right away they're coming to double Jokic, and he can see that double team. Not many teams come right at him like that.
I don't think it'll be a steady diet of that. You can't give a great player like him a steady look. He'll pick you apart. You got to mix and match your defensive principle.
Caldwell Pope. Foul line jumper's good. Latavius Caldwell Pope, who was part of that Laker team in 2020 in the bubble that won the championship, part of that team that defeated Denver in the conference finals. He has been just superb for the Nuggets this year. Davis misses, Jokic the rebound. Jokic, nice feed to Gordon, and the finish.
Can you believe a center can do what he just did?
No. That's point guard skill.
Point guard skills, it just makes it so hard to guard in transition.
And he does it over and over and over again. Michael Porter Jr. on LeBron James. Gordon is the main defender, but on the switch, James drives, spins, way off, banker on the glass. Jokic